So I've been up since actually I do know 4:17 a.m. Woke up to the rain. I've had some stuff that's on my head that I have not that I've just been sitting on since last week, since I heard about Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, and it's been messing with me big time because this guy Chester Bennington, I remember when I was going through some serious things, man, in my life, and I can just remember driving down Route 78 West in my Honda Accord, blasting their music because I felt like they were especially Chester, like when he would wail, like, ugh, like I felt like, damn, man, you get me, man, you get me. And man, this dude passing and killing himself really jacked me up because it's like it triggered this thing in me that feels like it's a trend, man. It's and I'm worried. I'm fucking worried. And in my town, I live in a suburb in New Jersey, and there was a 46-year-old man that stepped in front of a train, killed himself. And I'm at a loss because I feel like men in this culture play a fucking con game, like everything is cool, and it's not. Nobody wants to speak up and say shit, and I know, and I really appreciate everybody saying, like, hey, if you're depressed, get help. And yeah, I understand that. And sometimes with people in that state, it's hard to even know where to go for help. It's hard to even get yourself out of this freaking abyss and this deep well that you could be in to get help, because there's a space where you feel like no one understands you. No one's gonna get you. People are gonna tell you it's all right, and they're gonna cover a wound with fucking salt, and it's not cool. And so there was three things, like, just to get to the point with this video. The thing that really got me, that I felt was important to really express, where there's three things that were really resonating in my mind that I learned from this whole Chester Bennington situation, and even Chris Cornell situation. And it's something that I think could help men now, so that we don't live this, in my judgment, we don't have this space of like this pit in our stomach, like where we should be something and we're not, or we're not living up to this expectation of culture that's unrealistic, or that there's a shift in our role in this culture, whatever it is that a man is going through, or maybe there's something that's happening that they feel alone. So one of the things or three things that I feel that can help men, given the situation that I feel is an example from Chester especially, is the first one is express yourself. Express yourself, man. Like, I don't know what the hell that looks like. For me, sometimes it's just listening to music and freaking going and dancing my face off while nobody can see, and thank goodness I live alone. It could be like I do some animal flow, or I just go grounding. Chester had such a way of expressing himself, and like I just never forget this song called "Place in My Head." Like his words, his lyrics, like I want to be in another place. I hate when you say you don't understand. I want to be in the energy, not with the enemy. A place for my head. A place for my head. This dude was telling, like, yo, man, I'm going through some shit. I don't want, like, express yourself. Express yourself. And anybody that doesn't like it, they can go scratch and kick rocks. That's what it is. You get to express yourself however the hell you want to. And that's a good look. And it brings you back to, like, this is something from a man's perspective that we get jacked up from we're kids. I'm experiencing right now with my son Elijah. We get put in this box like, boys are supposed to do this. Girls do this. Boys act this way, girls act this way, and then we screw with men's heads, and then like all of a sudden, and women's heads, and then when we get to this space of we're adults, there's this hyper masculine energy, like a superhero, like I'm gonna blah 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 blah, and there's never any space for emotion, vulnerability, emotional intelligence, none of that shit. All right, so I'm going on, but express yourself is the first one. 2, find your tribe. Chester Bennington found the other dudes in Linkin Park, man, and they made freaking serious music. That's what can happen for men, especially when you find your tribe. For me, it happened going for over 4 years. Damn, that's great. 4 years ago, I found the Mankind Project. It's my tribe. I found Spiritual Renegades. I found a tribe through my girl Victoria Whitfield. Dana Moore, you're on the call right now. Thanks for joining. Thanks for joining, everyone. Find your tribe, because you know what? Your tribe is going to love you no matter what. They're gonna be there for you no matter what. And they're going to help you do the first thing I talked about, express yourself. They're going to help you do this, because this is where, good morning, Birdie. Morning, girl. Yes. Worrying is a stress on another level. Yeah, it's true. And this is the thing too, like, especially when, like, the worrying, for men and just people in general, like, we worry about these things, and it's like we're not expressing it. So this is my way of doing the first one, expressing. But this number 2 we're on right now, find your tribe. If you're not sure where to go for your tribe, like, I'll post up links, or Boysen or Brent or Austin, if you see this, if you could post links, men, there's help out there. There's help. Find your tribe, and not like that bullcrap tribe that's gonna tell you what you want to hear. Like, yo, I'm struggling. Like, if you're saying to your tribe, like, I'm struggling right now, and they're like, man, yeah, all right, man, let's go get a drink. Fuck them. They're not your tribe. They're a detriment. They're gonna drag you down. They're gonna fuck with you. So, like, you know what? Leave them be. Find a tribe that's gonna tell you how it is. It's gonna hold you accountable and allow you to be vulnerable. That's what it is. 3, before I get out of here, find someone to hold space for you. Okay? Chester held space for me when I was struggling, and I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'll give you a little context. I remember when I was in the tail end of my relationship to my ex-wife, we were going to counseling a lot. And I remember, like, just learning to express myself in this situation around what was going on and what was real for me. And I felt like she didn't understand. She never would. And I remember, like, I didn't have anywhere to go at that time. Like, my friends were like, man, it's just marriage. And then other people were like, man, let's go get a drink, or let's go smoke, or whatever. And it was a situation where I was like, man, this doesn't feel right. And I could go and listen to freaking Audio Slave. I could go to listen to Linkin Park. I could go listen to Public Enemy. I could go listen to KRS-One. I could go listen to these men or these groups that held space for me, because I could hear them. Or if I started talking, they just held, it was like they held space in this container. So what exactly does holding space mean? I want to make sure I create this distinction before I wrap up this Facebook Live. Holding space means that when someone comes to you with a concern or issue, you shut the fuck up. You stop for a second, you get out of your head, and you sit in a space where you can just allow this person to resonate the energy that's coming from them. That's what that is. So hold space for someone. Hold space. Don't say, oh, don't coddle them. Don't nature them. Don't be like, oh, everything's going to be just great. No, just hold space. Hear what this man has to say. And challenge them in a way that's going to get them to see reality. And if you're not sure what that even looks like, reach out. I'll give you a little tutorial. I've had to learn this too. It's not some skill you can freaking get out of Cracker Jack box. It's a skill that you got to put your freaking intention into. And especially if you love someone, you're going to hold space for them. And again, holding space is just creating a container for that person to speak their truth without any judgments, without any detail. People, my man Jan had this video, and I'll post it up here as well. Men get to be found, not fixed. Allow the man to find himself. And that's what worries me right now. As men, we're running this con game with ourselves, like we got to be in competition instead of collaboration. We got to be in this hyper masculinity mode, like we're our superhero all the freaking time. Even freaking superheroes had their alter ego because they had to step out away from the sunlight. Right? Think about it, man. Think about it. So take the time. I'm worried for us, men, so please, if there's something going on in your life, you're not sure how to express it, I'm going to put it on myself. PM me. Reach me. I'm going to be truthful. Sometimes I'm horrible with follow-up, but in this case, I am stepping my game up because I don't want any man out there to feel like I have nowhere to fucking go, because you know what? I don't want any more men in my age range that are fathers, husbands, brothers to kill themselves. I don't want that anymore. I don't want that anymore. And knowing full and well I'm not going to get that because these things happen, I just want to call this out. Men, you don't have to be, you're not alone in this. Express yourself. Find your tribe and have someone that can hold space for you. Uno, dos, tres. Get it. All right, everybody. Have a great day, and thanks for letting me express myself and be heard. And to the men out there that are going through some shit that nobody else can freaking understand, I see you. I see you. And you're not alone.